In March 2025, an incident occurred at the official residence of Justice Yashwant Verma, a sitting judge of Delhi High Court, which raised serious concerns regarding the legal and judicial community. While Justice Verma was away on the vacation, a fire broke out at his New Delhi residence. What initially appeared to be an emergency routine took a serious turn when fire officials reportedly found large quantities of partially burned 500 currency notes in the storeroom. In light of suspicious nature of discovery, the Chief Justice of India constituted an in-house inquiry committee, and this committee for the next 10 days examined 55 witnesses and reviewed various electronic records including the on-site footage. However, Justice Verma denied any involvement and maintained that neither he nor his family has stored any cash in the residence. Based on the evidence, the panel concluded that the storeroom was in the direct control of Justice Verma and his family. They even recommended initiating an impeachment proceeding, suggesting the findings of misconduct. So, how exactly does India remove the sitting judges of High Court and Supreme Court? Let us first understand what impeachment is. So, impeachment basically refers to the constitutional mechanism of removing a judge, sitting judge basically, from High Court or Supreme Court before the end of their tenure. Obviously, this process is not political and casual, but it is very formal and grounded in law. Constitution of India has provided the provisions for the removal of judges. For example, Article 124, Clause 4 provides for the removal of Supreme Court judges, and when it comes to High Court judges, we refer to Article 217 read with Article 218. It is governed by the Judges Inquiry Act 1968. Now coming to the legal framework under which a judges can be removed. So basically, there are two important grounds. The first one is proved misbehavior and the other one is incapacity. Let us now focus on understanding the process of removing the judges. The very first step is initiating a motion. Now, a removal motion must be signed by either the 100 members of the Lok Sabha or 50 members of the Rajya Sabha. Then, this motion is submitted to the Speaker of Lok Sabha or the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, who has the authority to either accept it or deny it. Now coming to the second step, it is about the formation of an inquiry committee. Now, when the motion has been admitted, a 3-member inquiry committee is constituted, which includes a sitting judge of the Supreme Court, a Chief Justice of the High Court, and lastly, a distinguished jurist. This particular committee investigates the charge and submit their report. Let us now understand the third step in this process. So, it is parliamentary vote. Now, if the committee finds the judges guilty, in that scenario, the motion is placed before each house of the parliament. And in order to pass it in the houses of parliament, it must be approved by a special majority, which means that it must be approved and have the majority of total membership, and along with that, there must be at least 2/3 of the members who are present and voting for that particular motion. And lastly, the step is about presidential order. So, when both the houses pass this motion, then it is sent to the President of India, who then issues an official order of the removal of the judge. The process is not merely procedural, it is actually serving a deeper purpose, which is to preserve the dignity and integrity of the judiciary while ensuring that no one is above the constitution. It is also important to note down that there have been several motions since independence over the years, but there has been no successful impeachment of any judges till now. Follow Law Learning Bench for more such videos. Thank you.